how does someone get better at connection? So if they're like, man, I'm kind of awkward. I'm an introvert. I'm not really good at making people laugh. I'm not that funny. Like they're telling all themselves, which isn't good either. You're telling all themselves this, right? But how do they get better at connecting with others?
Practice. Practice. And that, I'm glad you brought that up. So something that I've done even around you, and I've got a couple other your people here. Yesterday,
that's right, Greg.
Somebody beat me. I think Landon actually beat me to it. Is that one way that someone can get better? So that was a great question you just asked. Yes. So how can somebody get better? Start addressing everybody that you run into by their first name, because that now starts changing the conversation. So
Greg, that's a really good point.
Example, because that'll get you out of your comfort zone. Because guess what? You get in an elevator with somebody. What do we typically normally do? We get in the elevator. We kind of look at the floors. Hi, how are you doing? Then we just kind of go on.
Basic. Have a good day.
Yep. Have a good day.
Please leave ASAP.
Exactly. So this morning, getting in the elevator, coming down. The girl that was in the elevator, I jumped in there. Her name was Trisha, and I jumped in the elevator, and I could have just sat there, going down 4 floors, and going, good morning.
Yes.
Walked out, nothing. So I found out in that conversation with her, she's from Iowa. She's here on business, but she's not here on business. She works remote. Her boyfriend is here on business, so she's here with her boyfriend.
Got it.
So we talked about it. And I said, I'm here for a couple of days. I'm actually going down towards Nashville today. And, when we walked out, she went her way. She said, hey, have a great trip. I'm like, you too. I'm like, well, not you too, but we normally always do that. You too.
Yeah.
Have a safe flight. You too.
We do. With like, they're not even flying.
Yeah, they're flying. So.
Yeah, someone in the restaurants, safe drive home.
Yep,
yeah,
you too.
You too. Like, I just started my shift.
Yeah, I live next door. But so that's how you get good at breaking the ice. Start, because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Getting in the elevator this morning, it was early. Did
you have your coffee yet?
I did have my coffee. I was at the gym this morning, so I had all that stuff. So I had the energy going too, which was great.
That's great. But that helps a lot too. That makes the comfortability factor, the awkwardness, that much easier. Right. Once my energy's moving.
Yep. Whenever I get in an elevator, I always engage with the person. It's to get me out of my comfort zone too.
Yeah. It's also training you, because I had a manager tell me like a decade ago, maybe longer, when you get within 6 feet of someone, warm them up.
You have.
He said, practice that, and you'll get really good at sales. 100%. If you can 100%. Do that, you'll become a master. And it's weird. I'll be walking down an aisle in a grocery store, and I'm like, I didn't say anything. Like, I'll catch myself, right? Because it's so ingrained in me now.
It's ingrained because I think because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's uncomfortable.
Well, when everybody thinks I'm going to say the wrong thing, I'm going to look like an idiot. It's like they don't know me anyway. Who cares?
Right.
Or they may find it hilarious.
So one of the things that I've found is it's so uncomfortable, and is when somebody doesn't have a name badge on, asking them for their name. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to be uncomfortable. So I'm laying it out there, but it's so awesome.
Do you say like, hey, I'm Greg, what's your name? Or how do you approach that?
I just ask them what their name is.
Cool.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What's your name? Just
boom.
Let me ask you a question. What's your name?
Boom.
And you'll have somebody stop for a second, like.
They like that though.
But some are weirded out.
Okay.
Some are weirded out. Some are weirded out. So
it's a random stranger.
Correct. So like so like. But they'll always say it.
Yeah.
But then guess what? You got to repeat it back.
Is that something you would? I've seen you do that to the waitress at the sushi joint before, by the way. Mm-hmm. Right, just up the street, Haruno. I've seen you do that. Yep. And
but I'll do it.
And she was in a horrible mood. I thought she was going to break down at the table. And before you know it, Greg's got her smiling and laughing. He said her name 4,000 times, and it's like he's built a connection with this chick. And I'm over here thinking they need to fire her. Well, but what's funny is Greg went out of his way to help her, and I guarantee you she had a better day after he left, which was really cool because I learned something that moment. I'm like, dude, I'm thinking, I'm always recruiting when I'm local at restaurants. Yep. So I'm like, yeah, I would never hire this chick. This is horrible, right? What is going on? Well, she had a lot going on personally in her life.
You don't know what's going on.
I just need to be human and realize, hey, it's not always perfect, 100%. And so you went out of your way to really help her have a better day, which is really cool, by the way. It's a big lesson there.
Yep.
And I liked you ever since, by the way.
Even when somebody's opened the door for you.
Yeah.
Don't just say thank you. Ask them what their name is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because that's where I'm talking about the awkwardness is. So I'm just holding the door open for you.
Yes.
And we're walking out. You know, what do we normally say? Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you know.
sir. Yeah.
You know, I'll go a step further. Hey, man, I appreciate that. I said, well, what's your name? Steven. Thanks, Steven. Man, it was great meeting you.
Do you think people are awkward because they're like, is this person trying to sell me something in a second? Or like, what's going on? Like that, like they do get a slightly defensive if it's like a stranger asking for their name. I don't know why, but
because I think it's two things. I think you hit the nail on the head. What is this person trying to sell me?
Yep.
Okay. But I think the other reason is because nobody does it. Nobody does it.
Yep.
So if nobody does it, it's different. It's awkward.
It's true.
It's not. I don't have a name badge on. So think about if somebody were to come up to me and I'm holding the door for somebody.
Yeah.
I'm holding the door for you, and you're walking out and you go, hey, thank you. I say, hey, well, what's your name? It's Greg. Thanks, Greg. It was nice meeting you. Have a good day. Oh, you too, man. Have a good day. You know. But I might even do that. Yeah. I might do because nobody does that for me. When I hold the door up from somebody doesn't say, hey, what's your name? Like, hey, thank you. Hey, thank you. You're welcome. Goodbye. But that's where, guess what ends up happening? We live in a transactional state of mind.
Yeah,
and I'm trying not to be in a transactional state of mind. I'm trying to be in a relationship.
It's just trained. You're doing the same thing instead of changing up the flow a little bit. That's cool. If you love this video, you know I got another one that you're gonna love. I got a video just to your right here. Click on that, it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it, and I'll see you in there. Which objection do you think agents struggle with the most early in a call? I'm curious what you guys are thinking, by the way, too. You feel free to comment.